Good evening everyone, it's the 9th of October 2012. Okay, I've just been on the phone to Jamie, HSC Jamie. We're discussing storm potential for tomorrow, Wednesday, 10th of October, over Queensland. I've loaded up the storm potential chart on BSCH, Brisbane Storm Chasers. Mike, HSC Mike helps run that site and maintains it and has developed this platform for us. There's some storm activity. It looks like there could be some storm activity and potential anywhere from Moranbah down towards Gympie tomorrow afternoon. Okay, now this activity builds towards the southwest. It's a little bit odd in the way that it does this, but that's because there's an approaching a surface trough and an upper level trough to the west, and all has to do with timing. So basically tomorrow afternoon should see these storms around the eastern parts and then redeveloping and firing up through the night over Maranoa, Warrego, Darling Downs, Granite Belt. I'll scroll back through it. You can see there the areas in red and yellow is where the storms fire. That is 10 PM tomorrow night in and around Dalby. However, I am favouring areas to the west of that. I'll show you why shortly. For these times, that's 1 AM. You can see they are all-night storms tomorrow night through southeast parts of Queensland. Later reaching Brisbane at about 4 AM or 7 AM as maybe thundery rain. So don't get it too excited along the coast at the moment. These storms should be predominantly inland. Okay, we will get rain in Brizzy, and I'll move on to that shortly. Let's have a look at the 850 temperatures. These are the temperatures in the lower levels. They are key. They show you what's happening. You can see down the bottom left-hand corner there's some blue. That is cooling, and that's required for storms. You'll see that 1 AM Thursday, it's still down the bottom left-hand corner behind Moree. However, anywhere from Roma through to Gundawindi, the temperature gradient is cooling off in a cooling fashion. So you would expect there to be a surface trough through there in that area, and that's where the storms will fire in line from, say, west of Emerald, Roma, Gundawindi to Armidale tomorrow. Thursday morning at 1 AM, or anywhere tomorrow night after 10, let's say. They're very late firing storms. HSC Jamie will be chasing them. South Brisbane Storms, Cam and Andy are also chasing them out in these areas. I have to work, so I'll finish work and I'll see what happens, but go from there. Right, so by 4 AM Thursday morning, it does come through towards the coastal areas. You can see the blue cooling pushing through quite rapidly as well by 7 AM Thursday morning. Move on to the winds at 850, and these are key level winds to bring you in the moisture. Also shows you where the surface troughs are. You can see that at 4 PM tomorrow afternoon, these winds are onshore from Townsville, Cairns. It's drawing in the tropical moisture all the way down in through the inland, over from a line from, say, Mount Isa, Longreach, Charleville, Dalby, Lismore. However, the main instability for tomorrow afternoon is that area between, say, Moranbah, Mackay, Rocky South to Gympie, possibly in that area, spreading and redeveloping storms over in the western parts as you go on. I will go on and I'll show you something that develops. You can see any areas shaded in yellow is the increasing wind speed, so the winds actually increase in the low levels from the north. This system sucks the moisture in as the night progresses. 1 AM, 45 knots of inflow at 850 into storms or a rain line. Quite significant. 50 knots over the downs tomorrow morning. Alright, sucking in the moisture very, very hard in this area here. Very, very strong. Alright, you can get little funnels develop, spinning columns. We're not going to mention the tornado word. I'm not confident. Okay, it's not cold enough. On a similar system I did see last year, it was sort of November, had a bit more guts about it, and that was out at Surat. Did see one drop down there at 11 o'clock at night. However, I think we're pretty safe at 4 AM in the morning. 7 AM you can see it moving through towards Brisbane, southeast coast. these 850 winds are really ripping through, which marks the trough line and the rain and the thundery rain band. We'll now move on to the 700 winds. These are steering winds at 4 p.m. tomorrow. So any storms that do develop around the Moranbah, Rockhampton, south of Mackay to Gympie will be moving by those winds towards the east-northeast, okay? So you can see them there, east-northeast along that area. As we progress through the timeline, we go 10 a.m. tomorrow night. Because it's a big system, you've got very strong winds coming in from the northwest. So these storms will be on a sliding fashion towards the southeast. The trough will be lying out here in the west, and anything that develops will be sliding along the front edge of the trough. It won't be coming through so quickly initially, it'll be sliding. I spoke to Jamie about that. Very difficult to chase because it works, it runs across the road networks out there. The boys will be chasing lightning out there, so it's not too bad. Basically, one will go flying past, you'll get some lightning photos of it, and then you wait for the next one to start sliding from the northwest. You're always looking over your right shoulder to see where your next one's coming from if you're chasing out there tomorrow night, which I could be. We'll see. 1 a.m. Thursday morning, again, all the steering winds are still from the northwest, so any rain or storms that form will be ripping in from the northwest on a sliding fashion. We need to speak about snow and those who want to snow chase, including me, but I don't think I'll get Friday off. So I'm going to have to sit back and watch this one. Righto, the snow target area would be Mount Mackenzie at Tenterfield or Ben Lomond, Guyra, Glen Innes area. Snow targets would be definitely south of Queensland. I do not and will not expect snow in Queensland. Maybe some grapple or some sleet over the granite belt. Last time we successfully chased snow to Mount Mackenzie, based on a system very, very similar to this. I'm pretty confident, very confident. I wouldn't just drive 4 hours for nothing and go down there. If I had it off, I would, but I don't know if I will. So let's run through it. You'll see that the key here is the blue circle coming in from the bottom left. All right? It is the thickness line that indicates snow potential. This is 4 p.m. on Thursday morning. You can see it sitting out here over the Western Queensland area and Western New South Wales area. It keeps coming through on Thursday. All right, Thursday morning. Let's scroll through. Keeps coming through. See it there? Sorry, keeps coming through the blue circle. Watch it. Thursday afternoon, 1 p.m. Friday afternoon. Thursday afternoon, 4 p.m, look at it sitting out over here, big blue area. You can see the rain through southeast Queensland, or Queensland in general, alright? I'll move on to how much rain later for Queensland, but we're watching this blue area come across for our snow potential. Here it comes fairly high up, it's right in over the Marinara Warrego there, also down into New South Wales. Freezing at 4,500 feet and negative 31 degrees at 17,500 feet. It's pretty cold. Okay, Thursday night it sweeps through. It's all about timing and positioning here now. 1 a.m. Friday morning, it is starting to edge onto the northern tablelands and the ranges. There is precipitation indicated in that in the colours. I'd be more inclined to be smack bang under it and have a look there at the lighter shading. Our key times for that are right there. 4 o'clock through till 7 o'clock on Friday morning. 4 a.m, 7 a.m, possibly up until 10 a.m. on Friday morning. So you want to be down Mount Mackenzie early, sun up. If you're going to chase snow, you want to be down there. Wherever you're leaving from, you'd want to be down there at 5 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock, for this thing to come through. A lot of the models agree on timing for Friday morning between at 1 o'clock or mainly 4 a.m. and 10 p.m. Last time the computer models were on the money. I stuffed around at Stanthorpe and almost missed the good flurries at Mount Mackenzie. All well too knowing that because of my stuff around, I almost missed the good snow. And that's how critical the timing was, and that's what the models indicated. So I shouldn't have pressed my luck there. Here's the cold pool. What are we up to? 10 minutes. Here's the cold pool on Thursday afternoon. This is the super low, as HSC have dubbed it. Reason being is because of the intense cold core of this low at 17,500 feet, negative 32 degrees. Flying up there in your aeroplane, your windows will crack. It's that cold. Not really, but yeah. You want to jump out in a parachute. Right, as it comes across, 10 PM Thursday night, you can see the cold pool advancing through southern Queensland, northern New South Wales. This is the centre of the low, negative 31 degrees at 1 AM, 4 AM Friday morning. It is coming through Gundawindi, Moree, Armidale. Alright. By 7, it's moved out over Lismore. So I'm thinking that the key time period for snow, anywhere over the northern tablelands and Tenterfield, Mount Mackenzie, is between 4 AM and 7 AM on Friday morning, because the max cold pool moves through very, very quickly. It's a short window. You don't have long. How much rain for Queensland? Possibly up to a 50 mil around Warwick. There's a little green dot there around Warwick. There's your bar on the graph on the side there. Areas of 25, 15s, south of Gayndah, Bundy, Tambo, Rockhampton. Anywhere further up in the grey or the brown area, sorry, is storms, I feel, or light patchy rain areas and possible storms. So hopefully we get a bit out of this one. It's looking pretty good. There's your zoomed in view. Toowoomba Darling Downs is looking quite healthy for anywhere up to 25 and possibly 50 at this stage. And I've just zoomed all out of it. Right, so that's enough for me. I think you're pretty much well informed there now. Snow between 4 and 7 on Friday morning at Mount Mackenzie and the northern tablelands. And storms tomorrow night across southern parts of Queensland, northern New South Wales, anywhere from 7 o'clock onwards. Be late night storms moving through towards the coast, reaching southeast coast and coastal parts of southern Queensland, northern New South Wales early in the morning as thundery rain. It could come through as a lightning show, possibly early Thursday morning. We'll have to wait and see on that one, but there'll be definitely big storms and that firing out there through the night. And also Rockhampton could also see some around the Rocky inland, Moranbah down to Gympie tomorrow afternoon, could see some storms fire up as well. So we'll keep you updated. Any bomb warnings will be passed on, and we'll also keep an eye on the big super low coming up from down south, which is expected to spread snow to unbelievably low levels, hail, showers. It's all happening. It's full on. Let's do it. See you later.